shocking not guilty verdict in her murder trial is sparking comparisons to another famous trial, that of O.J. Simpson in 1996. A jury acquitted the ex-football star of murdering his ex-wife and her boyfriend. But do the two trials really have that much in common? Fox News legal analyst Bob Massi joins us live from Vegas. Bob, tell us about the similarities and differences. We all know one's a football star, one was a young lady from Central Florida. But aren't they both the same? We had shocking outcomes from two trials that looked like they were slam dunk cases.
Eric, first, may I congratulate you on your new show. I wish you only the best. I just want to say that real quick. God bless you. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I would like to say this. Yes, they were circumstantial. Yes, the forensics were a very big part of what occurred in this. But, of course, what made it more dramatic is we're dealing, and no disrespect to those who were murdered in 1995-96 time period, we have a 2-year-old child. And so much has changed with court TV, you know, the cameras in the courtroom and covering these kinds of cases. The forensics, the forensics, the forensics. And as I've said before in some other interviews, that when you have science, Eric, they are the other witness in the courtroom, and that's what failed in this particular case.
But talk about that a little bit. A lot of people are saying because the science has become so important that jurors are now looking for, forget reasonable doubt, exceeding reasonable doubt, they're looking for absolute certitude. Are we in a case where absolute certitude is the only way to convict a murderer?
Well, I think the way we have to look at it, Eric, is the fact that once any lawyer on either side in any kind of case does bring the forensics and the science into the courtroom, then they live and die by that particular evidence. Not that other evidence is not important. Certainly it is. But I mentioned the other day that when you have a coroner, for example, Eric, that has no axe to grind, not being paid by anybody, state employee, comes in and they ask him about cause of death, then you have to say to yourself, if he can't connect it, why would you then put that burden on a jury to become the expert for the district attorney's office to try to prove the case?
Because, Bob, you know, I talked to Jeff Ashton on the way out of here. There are cases where murderers are convicted without even a body, so certainly there's no cause of death in those cases. So it's inconsistent.
Well, it is, but I think what it shows you is that many times why you can't predict what a jury looks to. I've tried cases for 30 years on the civil side, Eric, and I'll tell you something, man. You can never predict what 12 people are going to hang their hat on. It is the way that the system works. It's the gamble that you take when you walk through the courtroom doors. And Mr. Ashton has been absolutely first class in addressing this issue. He did a phenomenal job. But I think even in his tone, he has admitted this was a tough case because of those issues. And you know what? They still went for it all. You can't fault the man. A lot of people have said, well, they've overcharged him. I don't think that's fair. This guy's been in business for 30 years.
Very quickly,
they thought
Bob,
they had it, and they lost it.
Before we let you go, the jury system, is it still working or is it broke? Quickly.
No, it's working. Listen, people get convicted every day in this country. People walk out of the courtroom every day in this country, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's the greatest system. It's a tough system, but it's a great system.
All right, that's Bob Massi. Thank you very much, my friend.